Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is another process video for Cut.It.Out with Miranda and Lisa, and we're going to use this cut file from Bree. I decided to go into the Scenic route for Paige Evans and do a cut file, and cut it out on one of those pattern papers. It looks like the quilt style pattern papers that she has in there, and then I put it on this background. So what I decided to do with this like cut file is I am going to splatter it with white so that there's little bits and bobs underneath the layering of the flowers, and then I'm going to do some dimensional things with it, and you'll see throughout how I progress this. This took me about an hour and a half to do, but it's a lot of work because you'll see how I set this up. So I placed this heart as best as I could, and I leave this here as a template so that I can make sure that I put all of these back in the right spots. So you're just going to see me keep working at this, and I'm going to do some dimensions, and then I leave some of it down. So I kind of have like different levels of the dimensions on the screen and everything. So I really like how this one did turn out. I think it definitely is a time-consuming one, but an awesome one. I just did this over a course of like 2 or 3 days, and then I obviously just did the voiceover. So I was like, all right, I know that you guys know how to do this, and then I figured I'd do some of it off camera and then kind of come back and do the rest, and then you'll see the little bits of how I take off this sheet, and this works out really well. I actually really love how this one turns out. My daughter decided one day to dress like mom, and she got out a cardigan, a dress, and her leggings. Now, I don't use the Ugg boots because I don't have Ugg boots, but she's like, oh no, Mom, you do too use Ugg boots. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So, she wore a type of outfit like I wear, and I'm like, oh boy, I wear a lot of cardigans, don't I, KJ? And she was like, yes, you do, Mom, but you're always pretty. So she wanted to be like Mom one day when she went to school. Now, you guys know that I am going into my daughter's second grade year, and I am right at like November, December. So I only have a little bit of December left to do, and then January, February, March. And March was a birthday party, and then that was it. After that, everything else was quarantine 101 because that was the year that, we had quarantine. So all of those photos from school and all that is going into my quarantine album. So I just slowly take this off. I waited until some of it was dry, and I'm just slowly peeling it off. It's just that it came over. So now there is a small little shot of like the dimension. You can tell which ones I glued down and which ones I didn't, and use some dimension, and I really, really like how that turned out. So now I decided so that you could really see the heart. Now I know you can see the heart, but I wanted to accent it a little bit more. So I went along and just traced it as much as I could and gave it this wonky black outside heart. And that just added that something. And I was filming with Fran, and she's like, ooh, I really like how this turns out. So I'm just adding X's and O's and little zigzags along there just to make it look like I was doing something. Now, school. Oh, my Lantis. First week was down after being out for 2 weeks. Ay, ay, ay. It was a day. I mean, I almost lost my voice because of my kids. I don't know what it is. Like, it's not even like it was the first day of school. They just decided I'm just going to be over naughty and over not wanting to listen. And I'm just like, what in the world? So it was like literally going back to kindergarten and teaching them, not even the first day of school, kindergarten, and teaching them what they need to do in school, because apparently they forgot what it's like. I'm like, this is crazy. But, yep, it's down. So now the month of February, I have 1 full week of school. And then the next week I have a 4-day. The week after that I have a 4-day. And then I have one more 5-week worth of school. And then we're back to almost to the 1 year of where we all got shut down and never went back to school. So we'll see how it goes. But I have tons of things planned for Valentine's Day week of the 4 days. I've got all just sorts of stuff. I'm excited for the kids. They're going to love it so much. And because I couldn't do much for Christmas, like for the holidays, because I was, at home, and then the school closed, and then I couldn't go back, and, just all that jazz that I really wanted Valentine to get a good, something fun, I guess. So I'm going through the embellishments and just adding this picture, and there's the photo that I was talking about. I just wanted to add these little tags and things like that to the page and back of the photo, just to add. I love to layer. I can never get enough layering. So I'm just adding this, finding where I would like to place the photo. And then the title is just little words. I just place little words all over this, and then that's kind of my title. I'm not even really going to document on this because the picture says it for itself. And both Kaylin and I will know that she was dressed in like mommy. Let's see here. So I decided to, I wanted to add a little bit of a contrast, I guess, or to make it look like these flowers or these butterflies trying to fly on the flowers. And I was like, ooh, these will work perfect down here. And it was something just to add a little bit of something outside of the heart without it being too dramatic. So here's where I come in with the words, and I just place them in little spots. And the little spots that are emptied on the heart, the background, is where I place it. And I do come in and I use all of the little enamel dots and stuff that she has. I was like, man, I should have gotten 8 of these things because I could use the heck out of them. But I used one. They're done. Yay, they're out of my stash. And yippee yippee, that's what I say. So I place love. I do play. I can't remember what other ones I use. Fun. And then I come in with happy. That's what it is. And then that's what I leave it as. I couldn't remember what I all did. Trying to think of what else. I was going to put some along here, and I wanted to make this title called Mini Me, and then it didn't work, and so I was like, I'll just leave it with the small ones, call it, and be done. So I add this Insta picture, or this Insta camera. I really like how that turned out when I placed it. Let's see here. KJ's now at her in-home daycare, and she's absolutely loving being over there. She's doing a heck of a lot better of roaming around the house, not, actually not being bored and saying I'm bored and, those types of things. So I'm ecstatic for that. She's doing really well. She likes it over there. They're a family of 5. They've got 4 kiddos. And she just loves it. The youngest really love the fact that Kaylin comes over every day. So that works out well for both KJ and I. Because now when I do have to be home with her like say if my school has to go to learn from home, or the district says, nope, we're done, whatever, whatever it is, we can, be home and not feel like I'm badgering her, or, whatever the case may be. So I finished up all of that, and then I just keep going through, and I added these couple of birds on there because I thought, them landing on the flowers would be cute. Like, I mean, seriously, like, I'm going all out with this one. I just love it. And I was going to add some of the chipboards. I was like, nope, I got to stick to the dimension that I have. And then I realized I forgot I fussy cut all these flowers out. And I was like, ooh, we're going to add those to them because they work really well to enhance the colors. And so that's what I did. I think I put in 4 of them. I think there's 4. Yeah, I do 4. Because I think that it works out really well. So make sure that you go check out Lisa over at her channel. And if you are coming from hers, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. I do upload between 2 to 3 times a week. I do traveler's notebooks, 12 by 12 layouts, and collaborations, and along with design teams. I'm going to finish out with this. The still shots are definitely coming up. I hope that you are enjoying my channel. Like and subscribe. And I'm going to finish out with some of these splatters just to add a little bit more around the edge. And then that is it. I hope you all are staying safe. Have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.